Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about my favorite figures of 2025. So meaning from January of 2025 to pretty much now in December. This is all my favorite releases that came out this year. So I'm going to talk to you individually on each piece and what do I like them. Again, this is not going to be like a top 1 to 10 video. I'm just going to pull out some figures from the collection that I got this year and pretty much talk to you about about them. So yeah, also as you can see, I'm in a process of selling some stuff. I'm gonna build another garage shelf. That's gonna be in another video, but I'm selling a few things because I'm obviously gonna buy my holy grail next month. So I need to make some space, get some extra funds because that piece is gonna be very expensive. So yeah, stay tuned. Let's start with the first one. And we cannot forget Gizmo here, the cutest figure of the year. I'm pretty much sure this guy came out in 2025, if not, my bad, but I'm still gonna include him. This one is fantastic, obviously life size, very nice fur, fake fur. The body is cool, articulation is pretty decent considering his size. Yeah, he has the same mechanism as the Chucky figures that Trick or Treat done, so basically a foam body. It's like a die-cast armature, so you can pretty much move the the arms however you want. The head is on a ball joint. Again, the only thing I would have added differently to this guy is maybe some movable eyes, that you can move independently with the finger. Maybe add more details inside the ears, maybe some veins and stuff like that. More variation in the paint, but as is, I think this one was like what, 150 bucks, maybe less. This thing is a masterpiece. I'm still waiting on Mohawk to arrive, so that one's gonna be awesome as well. But yeah, this one was on my list for sure. Very cute figure, as you can see, life size, very nice details, obviously from a classic movies. They are making part 3, I think next year or in 2027, which is gonna be interesting to see. Hopefully they're not gonna use too much CGI, and these guys are gonna be puppets, just like before, rod puppets. See, obviously I had to put this one on my list of the best figures of 2025. And also obviously there are some contenders of figure of the year that I don't have in the collection anymore. So the first one would be the DeLorean Mark III by Hot Toys. Obviously that's not a figure, but since that released this year, it was an awesome vehicle. Obviously I sold that to get the new Blitzway car that should release next time, next year, in a couple of months. It may even release this month, but even if that end up releasing this month, it's gonna be like a month and a half, 2 months before I get it. And the other one is the newest DX Jack Sparrow again. That was fantastic. One of the best head sculpts that I had this year. So those two were honorable mentions as top contenders. Okay, and obviously I cannot forget this awesome Rob Zombie Halloween 2007 by Trick or Treat Studios. This thing is awesome. Again, I got this guy back in last summer, but yeah, what a figure. Very hefty, very big body. You have some decent accessories, again, nothing too crazy with Trick or Treat. Obviously you have this Myers Tombstone, relatively heavy, again, and I obviously got my custom base for this guy because Trick or Treat, even now in 2025, they don't do bases with their figure. Obviously with the original Michael Myers, what they did back in the day is they released a couple of bases that you can buy separately, but I think they should do this with all their figures. Just put a nameplate, maybe Halloween logo, and you can call it a day. But this one is fantastic. Again, very, very heavy figure. This one, they were using the Leatherface bodies, so it's a bit taller than your typical figures. But again, I think it would still need to be a little bit taller because obviously Tyler Mane was a big guy in the movie. This one should have been at least half an inch taller. As is not bad. I like the coveralls. These are weathered. Not too much, just enough, so it's looking interesting. But again, this one, I like the mask. I like the proportions. It looks beefy, as you can see. So yeah, this one obviously had to be on my list of this year on my favorite horror figures. Okay, another Star Wars figures here on the list. This one is obviously the Darth Maul 2.0, again by Hot Toys. This was released a couple months ago again, but this one is obviously the best interpretation of Darth Maul that they did so far, which is saying a lot because they've done quite a few versions. There's obviously this one, the 1.0, released a couple years ago. It's always the 2.0. There's like a Clone Wars version. There's the solo version, and also there was a concept version of Phantom Menace with the yellow suit. So they made quite a few, but I think this one, proportion wise, in terms of the accuracy of the head sculpt, again, this one has two. The likeness to Ray Park, it's insane. The movable eyes, the clothing, it has a wire. It's very fun to pose. Obviously this is the deluxe edition, so you have the speeder here, which is insane. A very cool base. A few things I don't like about this one is obviously it's a pain on the ass to put the hood on the head, because the spikes prevent it to having like a natural shape, a natural curve to the hood. It's still doable. Also popping the hands on can sometimes be difficult. But yeah, make sure to check this review which I recently uploaded. This one is fantastic. The amount of accessories. Again, also this guy here, which is a little bit of a pain in the ass. That should have like a metal rod or just a bigger base at the bottom, because it's pretty wobbly. But yeah, this one easily one of my favorite Star Wars figures of the year, and one of my favorite villains from the Phantom Menace. Obviously Darth Maul. Very awesome design and excellent figure. Okay, and coincidentally I'm just making this review on the awesome Hot Toys dewback. I just got this guy like a week and a half ago. So yeah, this is obviously like I said, I just got him, but I can tell already this is gonna be in my top figures of this year. He's just amazing. The details, he's pretty much like a vinyl statue, like very high quality vinyl. It's very heavy. Like this one in the box was like 22 pounds. But yeah, this again, like I said in his review, this is as close as I'm gonna get to 1/6 scale dinosaur. It's massive. I mean, as you can see next to the stormtrooper, next to it, the sand trooper, sorry, it's massive. It's like 30 inches long, very heavy. He comes with some nice swap outs, so this one definitely is hitting the list. Again, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, but when it comes to like creature design and stuff like that, this one was a must for me. And again, this one came out at the beginning of the year, so it's not necessarily a brand new figure. But yeah, awesome. So make sure to check his review up. This one was a blast. I was almost geeking out like a kid. It's been a while since I was freaking out about a figure as much as I did on this one. So this one is worth getting if you're a Star Wars fan, or if you're into creature design. But yeah, very nice detail. You have some faux fur, some nice elements. Like I said, it's vinyl, but it's not cheap. It's quite heavy, and he doesn't look like a toy. I mean, some people were comparing this with the sideshow one. Obviously the sideshow one is a statue, but this one doesn't really have that much visible joints, because technically he doesn't have articulation, but I think he looks badass. And the same thing for the stormtrooper. Again, they also made like a 2-pack that you can get both of these. This one I got separately. This is the deluxe version, so it comes with an extra arm, which is flat on the ground, and also an extra jaw, so you can have the jaw closed. But the details inside are very nice. Look at those chompers. So yeah, awesome figure. This is definitely in my top. And obviously we cannot forget Pumpkinhead here. This one I got at the beginning of the year. Make sure to check pretty much everything that I'm going to show you here today, guys. They all have their individual reviews, so if you are interested in the figures, make sure to check those out. So obviously the 1/6 scale Pumpkin had a figure and a company that came out of nowhere, in my opinion, but they did such a great job on this one, Syndicate Collectibles. As you can see, the paint application, the veins, the sculpt is amazing. This guy is very tall. He's about 16 and a half inches tall. It came with 3 extra heads, including the one on the figure. The level of details and the paint application. Also in terms of price, this guy was like $2.99, which is relatively cheap considering he has a big body. Yes, the horror movies are a little bit niche, not a whole lot of people know about it, but I think the execution on this guy is excellent. The level of details, I had a few issues with mine. Obviously the waist and the abdomen are a little bit loose, and this one should have came with a stand. I'm actually surprised that he's not falling as of right now. I still need to get this one a stand, but yeah, this one definitely one of the best horror figures that came this year, easily, and this one is a must. As you can see, crazy detail, articulation is very good, visible joints are not too bad, and he looks awesome from head to toe. And obviously I had to include a Predator right here, since the name of the channel, Pred Fan. I've been a Predator fan since I was growing up as a kid, and this guy is no exception. Again, I had a few issues with the base. I think the base is sloppy, at least mine. It has a lot of QC issues, but the figure itself is awesome. I finally, like that Hot Toys respected the proportion on this guy and make him like 14.5 inches tall, even if the newer classic, the Jungle Hunter 2.0, that's unfortunately still gonna remain underscaled, unfortunately. But this one, the sculpt, is very unique, again, very unique design. By Dan Trachtenberg here, who did Prey, Killer of Killers, and now Predator Badlands, which I did enjoy the movie. So hopefully that one is continuing to do well at the box office. As of right now, I think that movie made $180 million. It had a $105 million budget, but considering it was filmed in New Zealand, they had like a 25% cut. So hopefully they're gonna make enough money for a sequel. But this one, Prey, I remember I was excited about this movie. I stayed up until midnight to watch it on, Disney Plus here in Canada. But this one, again, I got this one in September, and awesome. I think it's one of the best Predators that Hot Toys done. The level of accessories, are good. The base is again but the sculpt in the body, the paint applications, again, some inaccuracies with those spikes right there. They just recently put up for pre-order the battle damage version of this guy, which is it's not too crazy. Although if you missed on this guy, again, this is going up in price as we speak. The battle damage for you might be an option. Also, I think the base on the battle damage is a lot better than this one, especially with that tree trunk. So yeah, this one obviously makes the contender for best creatures of 2025 and best figure in my collection of this year. So yeah, awesome figure. If you like Predators, this one is a must. And obviously we cannot forget about the Hot Toys Spider-Man 2 Venom here. This guy was amazing, and he still is one of my favorite monsters of this year for sure. As you can see, he stands about 23 inches tall with the base. I mean, this guy can pass for a Cora scale. That's why I'm pretty much displaying him with the Cora scales. He's fantastic. The suit looks alive, very sticky, very wet like textures. He comes with the two amazing head sculpts, a few tongues you can switch out, and you have this like enhanced claws that you can display in the figure, and multiple tendrils. Obviously, I like the video game. Obviously wasn't as good as the first one. I think there was a couple of lines in the game I didn't like, but Venom was very impressive. Was also surprised that you can actually play with him. And the studio is also gonna do like a standalone Venom game after Wolverine is released. So yeah, awesome piece here, very beefy. I like the proportions, and again the material used. Again, when I did the unboxing back in May, this one had such a strong smell, and even now it still smells like a brand new figure. A little bit of a dust magnet, as you can see, but other than that, awesome thing. The only thing I would have added to the set, maybe if they would have done a deluxe edition, is give him the wings just like he had in the game towards the end. I think that would have given this guy an insane wingspan. He would have been huge. So maybe not everyone would have the necessary space to display him. But seeing how already he has some holes on the back of his, on the back here, to put the tendrils, they could have done maybe some bigger ones or use magnets to hold those in place. But yeah, this one, very fun to to film, very fun to mess with. Obviously, he has a magnetic head, so you can pretty much, position the head as you like. But yeah, awesome. awesome figure. Obviously Venom is my favorite Marvel villain, my favorite Spider-Man villain of all time, so this one was a no-brainer. Okay, and easily my favorite horror figure of the year is gonna be the Sideshow Pennywise. This is from the old movie or the old TV series back in the 90s. This thing is a masterpiece. Look at the level of details in the eyes. They are glossy, they look alive. The mouth, I still think, as I said in his video, which you have to check out, it's amazing. This is the best Sideshow piece in my opinion in 1/6 scale. The level of detail, the attention, you know, the proportions to the body, the head sculpts, the accessories. The only thing that they could have done to make this guy a 10 out of 10, which he still is you know, give him a custom base. This is obviously from the Trick or Treat Studios Sam base. I think he was fitting this figure, especially with the synthetic grass. You know, it kind of fits the whole theme here. He comes with a lot of balloons. The synthetic hair is awesome, and look at that head sculpt. That is perfection. So yeah, this one definitely the best horror figure in my collection of this year. I mean, this thing was so awesome. It sold out very quick, and now it's going up in price, which is pretty typical when a figure sells out that fast. You know, again, the accessories, all the different hands, the two head sculpts. This one is very nice, so I'll recommend this one, Heartbeat. It's an awesome figure. Again, you know, you guys know me by now, I love my horror movies, and this one was no exception. It's a spectacular figure. I like the puffiness, you know, the colors, very vibrant in my horror collection, and that's why it's my favorite. Okay, and here's the money shot of all my favorite figures of this year. Oh my god, there's so much awesomeness on this table right now. Again, you can barely see Pumpkinhead right there. He looks small next to Venom. Obviously Venom is on the box. You have Gizmo right there. Obviously the Dewback. Again, 2025 was such an amazing you know, year to collect these awesome collectibles from obviously Hot Toys, Trick or Treat, Sideshow, Syndicate collectibles. And 2026 is gonna be another crazy year. So many awesome releases that I cannot wait to show you guys and discuss, have fun, you know, review them for you guys. This year was amazing. Probably one of my most expensive years in collecting, obviously with all the 1/6 scale collectibles. And next year is gonna be even worse in terms of you know, high-end collectibles coming to the channel. Obviously with my holy grail just around the corner. Yeah, everything was worth it, obviously, you know. So these figures have a special place in my heart. Obviously, I've been collecting since 2009 in terms of 1/6 scale figures, so you know, sometimes I get blown away, especially with this one. Obviously best horror figure of the year. Yeah, so this is in my opinion my favorite figures of 2025. So yeah, let me know in the comments below, guys, what are your favorite figures of this year and why. I would like to know. And as usual, thanks for watching, guys, and I wish you all a happy new year. Hope you had a fantastic Christmas with your family. Hope you got some great presents, you ate some great food. Also, make sure to stick around until the 1st of January. I'm gonna do my room tour of 2026, show you guys all my new setups and what I have planned for 2026. So yeah, again, thanks for watching, guys. Have an excellent day and see you soon on my next video. Take care, guys. Bye bye.